and I also had to learn how to control my temper because I flew off the hinges a bunch of times for no reason, not understanding. All right, fool, you Kevin Faulk,
Yeah.
you can't do this. You know what I'm saying? This can, if anything can ruin you, that anger, that temper, that can ruin you quick, fast, in a hurry.
What's going on, world? It's your favorite podcast, your boy from Built by the Red Stick, Ronnie LeDuff, Michael Oakley. What is this, episode 15 of trying to get a Celsius deal?
Trying to get a brand deal with Celsius. Come on, Celsius. We here, baby.
Remember, powered by Celsius, not sponsored.
And we bringing some names to let y'all know that we ain't playing.
We ain't playing.
You finna see in just a second.
Before we get started, quick reminder, make sure you smash the subscribe button. Give us a follow. Look, this is our first episode since we hit 10K followers on Facebook.
Thank y'all so much, bro.
We appreciate it.
We actually at like 10.4 right now, but, hey.
We appreciate all the support.
It's love.
Like, subscribe,
Share.
and engage.
If
you,
Will you comment?
I don't have
me?
one of those.
Will you Not yet. I play another kid in the
Oh my God! Why you always trying to put
life.
your kids on me?
In your life,
I'm telling you, Paula gonna whoop your
touch
butt. You
the
keep
testicles,
on
Lord. Fertilitize them.
We're gonna have a quick word from our sponsor, and then we got a banger in the building for y'all. We'll be right back.
And this episode is brought to you by Rayville Recovery Treatment Center. Rayville is about an 80-plus bed facility in North Louisiana, just about 3 hours north of Baton Rouge. It's the #1 co-occurrence residential treatment facility in the state of Louisiana. If you're struggling with mental health, if you're struggling with alcohol or drug abuse, give my people at Rayville Recovery a call. The number is 318-728-5488, and tell them I sent you. And I know you probably like, well, I want to get help, but that's 3 hours away. Don't trip. They got you. They will come pick you up. They will transport you all over from the state of Louisiana. I'm talking all four corners, even the central. They coming to get you. Admission is 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. All you got to do is call that number, 318-728-5488. And then you probably like, well, I want to get some help, but I don't have insurance. Don't trip. They got you. They even take uninsured people for help. No man or woman left behind. Call my beautiful people at Rayville Recovery today. Again, that number is 318-728-5488. Rayville Recovery. Recovery redefined. The journey starts with you.
And just like that, we're back. Ronnie.
Dude, I went to bed last night. And
Okay.
I was like, how can I do it? Like, I don't want to be nervous. And I got to be right.
You got to be right.
I got to be ready.
You got to be the best hype man.
I got to
on
live up
both
to
sides of the Mississippi.
Whew.
So without further ado,
From here to the Chaffalai.
here to the Chaffalaya.
Whew.
Without further ado, as we say every episode, the best hype man on both sides of the Mississippi, the one, the only, Ronnie LeDuff.
Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, this person literally needs no hype, needs no introduction. His name precedes itself. He has become the most famous person in my phone. He is the most famous contact I now have in my phone. Mama, I made it. I mean, we can talk about his sport accolades all day, right?
All day.
Still the #1 all-time rushing leader in SEC history.
All purpose.
All purpose, he #4.
No.
Rushing #1.
No, Russian #4, all purpose.
Rushing #1, all purpose #4. I'm sorry. I'm nervous. It's a superstar in the building. Not one, not two, but 3 Super Bowl champions. The greatest quarterback of all time got the pleasure of handing this guy the ball. You hear that? The pleasure of handing this guy the ball. I think he contributed to 11 winning seasons for the New England Patriots. Been in like 9 or 10 AFC championships. I could be off. I could be wrong. But like I say, we can spit his sport accolades out all day. You can Google it. He is a legend in Louisiana. He is an icon in Karen Crow. I didn't even know what Karen Crow was until I found out he went there. But just what he did outside of football. Being a decorated speaker, always being willing to show up. Just being a great guy, giving back to the community, working with up-and-coming talent in the area, NFL and the college level. just a great human being. You know, the little time I've known him on that level, he has been a thrill. It has been a breath of fresh air. Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, we have Kevin, all eyes on 3, Faulk, in the Built by the Red Stick building.
Welcome.
I appreciate y'all
How did I
having me,
do?
man. Oh, you did awesome, but you was all right once we sat down and talked before the show. You knew you was gonna be good just from our conversation from there. I knew it then. I knew it.
I like the dramatics, the cinema
love
dramatic. You know what I mean?
Oh, it was awesome. It was great. Nice.
I tell everybody they need a Ronnie LeDuff in their corner because this is the best hype man. He's not only the best hype man, he's a great friend.
Yes.
It's been a pleasure. But he speaks positivity into life, and that's kind of what we wanted you to be on here with us for. As we kind of talked off the air, our brand is encouraging and talking about overcoming struggles and adversity, and when life punches you, how do we keep going? And as, you know, on the sports field, you probably got hit a lot, but in life, you know, how do we get hit? How do we keep going on that aspect? So we always like, you know, as no introduction needed though, but you know, to our fans, introduce yourself, who you are, where you're from, and then we'll dive into it.
Fans.
Kevin Faulk. I'm from Carencro, Louisiana. Went to LSU. Played in the NFL 13 seasons of New England Patriots. Very proud of that aspect, because that was one of my goals of trying to stay with the same team throughout the course of my career, and it's kind of tough with free agency and everything.
Absolutely.
Yeah, absolutely.
But you know, with trusting in God and believing in God, it was when that time came for me to leave or to stay. It was very like direct that I needed to stay there.
Absolutely. So let's kind of dive into, you know, the early years that, you know, some of the things that shaped and molded you into who you are. So what was early life like for Kevin?
Family oriented. Watching my cousins play sports, watching my uncles coach sports. It was always a pleasure watching, but it was always that understanding what you watch, because you coming.
Yeah.
You might be in those shoes one day, so you might want to pay attention and just to observe and sit back. And like I always tell my cousins them nowadays, I'm like, I was watching y'all. Yeah. It wasn't that I wasn't saying nothing. I was saying nothing for a reason, because I wanted to be that guy. I wanted to be that guy, that number one guy.
Absolutely.
And he passed out, cuz. I'm saying it. He ain't got to say it.
You know, and it's so, especially like, you know, Carencro, in Louisiana as a whole, mostly, but like we've talked to so many people that, you know, feel like that family orientation, right? Like that ability to have a good support system. Some people have it, some people don't have it. Some people have a good family support system and they're doing the best they can for what it is. So as you're doing that and growing, when do you feel like that first moment of adversity kind of hit your life to where you realize like I'm willing to run through a wall to continue to be strong and stand up?
Happened very early. Like I said, you know, when you're younger, your parents try to tell you, pay attention, understanding, especially your mom.
Yeah.
5 years old, my mom was a nurse, my dad was a detective. My dad got fired. And from 5 years old on till about 17, 18, it was tough. It was a struggle. And when that adversity hit, I knew that at some point that I was going to have to do something to try to help out, because it was rough. It was tough at the time. We went from our having a refrigerator full of food to like barely having something to eat. Like mom saying, hey, you might want to go stay seat to one of your friends' house. But it's everybody in Louisiana at this point in time. You know, when we were younger, everybody struggled.
Yeah.
And to have that opportunity and to have that gift that God gave me, athletic ability, that was that start for me to work hard. And it's all alignment, though. You got to be aligned with the right people in your life, not just your family, because, you know, when family's not there, that coach that you have in your life is also that person that is considered a father figure for you. And I did have one of those in my middle school coach when I started playing middle school football, who was a very big disciplinarian, Coach Billy McCauley. So
shout out Coach Billy.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah.
And not just me. A lot of kids in Carencro area that came to Carencro, that went through summer camp, that played football in Carencro, they went through Coach McCauley. And that guy molded us for it. what we thought was just going to play high school football, but that was for life.
Absolutely.
Going down the line,
Lessons, yeah.
I can recall coming back home after my rookie year in the NFL, sitting down with him and being like, yeah, coach, and still till this day I remember he pinched me like, oh, so you still never learn. Now you get up there, you forget the yes sir, no sir, huh? And I'm like, yeah, he right about that. So those people you have in your life, man, are very important.
Man, we've talked about it so many times, and especially like in our path of recovery and aspect of that, like you are an accumulation of the company in which you keep.
Yeah.
And to be surrounded by a tribe of good people that, I always say like the reason me and Ronnie's relationship works so well is because he's not afraid to call me out if I'm doing something stupid, and I'm not afraid to
Vice
call him.
versa. Oh, yeah. We go
And
both ways.
it's such an important aspect all through life. And those things, I played, Pee Wee and middle school football. I didn't play high school. I wrestled in high school. But like you talked about those, and I didn't listen. I was a little hard headed, so it took a little while to remember. But now,
As long as you got it, you good.
But like looking back on like a lot of the things that those coaches were trying to teach me early about discipline, about perseverance, about dedication, about self accountability has transpired later on into what I do today.
Yeah. And that's cool. You can remain humble. That says a lot about you because you done made it to the highest level at your craft and the pinnacle at that, and still to be able to, be coachable and remain teachable to a middle school coach. That says a lot about your character too, and what was instilled in you as a kid.
Oh, that's perfect. You said it perfectly. It was instilled in me. It's something muscle memory to me.
Yeah.
It's not something that's going away. We was at a function the Saturday, and just go to show you how I was raised. An older guy, I was fixing me some food, and he was like, oh, and I was telling one of the guys, he was like, man, go ahead, Kev. I'm like, no, you go, man. You older than me. Respect my elders and everything. He's like, nah, man, you go ahead, man. The guy, and I started fixing my food, and the other guy was like, well, since you so respectable, you can fix my food for me? So I fixed it, and I was like, here you go.
Yeah.
He was like, nah, man, that's not. I was like, man, this is how I was raised. This is how my mom and dad raised me. My mom, dad ain't gone since '04. I don't want to see my mom come and pull my toes at like telling me, boy, I seen you.
So, as you're going through, those adolescent years, and it's hitting your mind like I got to do something. I got to do something to help the family. What type of pressure or did that put on you? Were there any, for lack of a better term, maybe mental health, like depression or like anxiety of like I've got to perform?
No, there wasn't none because the pressure that was being put was on me.
It was
me.
Self-induced.
And I was so naive not knowing what I was putting myself into, what I was trying to get myself into. Now, fortunately, like we talked about earlier, I had family, friends that, like, hey, you need to go training, you need to go this, what do you need to help you improve? I think one of the best things they bought me was a BMX bike that I rode around on that got those hamstrings very loose.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? But just the opportunity to go to camps, develop,
Absolutely,
meet different people. I tell kids all the time, when you go into a camp, yeah, you're going to compete, but you're also going to meet
people.
Yeah.
You just never know who that person might be that you met. That might be one of your best friends later on in life. Or that guy might be the guy that hires you for your job that you're looking for.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
You just never know, and that's what these things are for. Never understood it when I was younger, but I'm older now.
I mean, prime example. So Ronnie meets your nephew and
Cousin.
Cousin. I'm sorry. And then introduces him to me. We all link up and just become very close.
Yeah.
And I would have never. We didn't know at the time, and now we're having the opportunity to speak with you.
To talk to you.
And so it's all about relationships. I have a mentor that tells me that all the time. He said, life is all about relationships.
Yep.
It's and then being genuine in that relationship.
They gotta know you genuine.
Yes.
They
for sure.
have to know you
Absolutely.
genuine.
For sure.
So
real quick,
go
for you,
for it.
I know you want to go a little further. At what point did you know, like, hey, like, I'm different than these people? Like, I have a real legit shot at getting my family out of this situation.
Middle school, 7th, 8th grade year, I knew that I could be something. If I continued to work hard and continue to play hard. My freshman year of high school, I was competing with a senior to play quarterback. Well, he beat me out, and I played safety on the defense. led the team in interceptions that year. My sophomore year is when I started at quarterback. We won a state championship.
That's when y'all beat Neville?
Yes.
Yeah.
Now, I was a big part of that, but I had a 1,000-yard rusher at tailback and a 1,000-yard rusher at fullback.
God, dog.
All we did was ran the ball.
Yeah.
All we did was
This
ran the ball.
on triple option.
It was veer option. It was veer option, and we just ran the ball. And that year, we had a really good defense, and that really put it together that year. And our offense was pretty good. We won some games that we shouldn't have. I know we went to St. Aug that year. I think it was the third round of playoffs. Yeah, third round of playoffs. I thought that was gonna be it for us, but we came out of that game. We beat St. Aug 34-7 that year. Yeah, that's when I knew that our team was that. And about that time, it's kind of new. I knew that hey, got a chance to get to this next level. Now, always in my mind, it was always the next level I want to get to. Never. My dream was to make it to the NFL, but I got to get to that next level first.
You weren't trying to jump ahead.
Yes, I got to get to that next level first. Because you never know what can happen in life. You never, like I tell kids all the time nowadays, you can be the number 1 player in the country. You can be the number 5 player in the country. You can be the number 50 player in the country. If it's for you, it's going to be for you.
Yeah.
I mean,
if it's not, it's not.
Yeah.
As recent as 2019, Justin Jefferson was a
2-star.
2-star recruit.
Two-star
and now
recruit.
he's, if
He's guy.
And what I kind of want, at that point in your life where, things are starting to recognize, obviously, God blessed you with the talent, but when talent meets hard work, that's when dreams come true. And so how as a 16, 17, and then into college, 18, 19-year-old, when all your maybe friends are, going out and partying and doing all of these things, not to say you didn't partake.
I was about to say, who
I'm
said
not
I
saying
wasn't
you
going
didn't.
out that
I'm
party?
not saying you did. There's a difference between going out and partying and then going to, 2-a-days Saturday versus going out and partying and saying, I'm going to just mail it in today and say I got sick.
Yeah.
I'm going to put it to you this way. My family worked hard, played harder.
Okay.
But understood that if you play, you better make up. You better get that work done.
Yeah.
You better get that work done. Now, as you get older, you start to understand. I'm a little too old for that now.
Absolutely.
Yeah, right,
But
right.
we played a little bit.
Yeah.
I can say at 60, about 15, 16 is where, how you say, what they call it now? They call it NIL right now. It's when that started coming in.
I love when Coach O's on his interview, he said that we used to have to come through the back door with
Right.
the cash.
Right. But, that's when money started coming in for me.
Yeah.
Able to start taking care of helping my mom with
That was
bills.
big. Yeah.
And that kind of put me on that path.
Absolutely.
Understanding, all right, cool. You got to keep going. You got to keep going. And from there, things happen.
Absolutely. So, 5 years old, that first event happens, starts developing the mindset. When was maybe the next event of like kind of on an off the field life punch that hits you?
It was before me getting to high school.
Okay.
10 years old, my oldest brother got killed, got stabbed in a gang fight in the park.
Okay.
That was one of me. I mean, it was real close. That definitely was another motivational
Absolutely.
factor. Had his mindset, attitude, and I also had to learn how to control my temper because I flew off the hinges a bunch of times for no reason, not understanding, all right, fool, you, Kevin Faulk, you can't do this. You know what I'm saying? This can, if anything can ruin you, that anger, that temper, that can ruin you quick, fast, in a hurry. But the cold part is, that's what we taught in football.
Yeah, because I was about to say, you ran violent. Like, you was a violent
That's what you
runner.
taught in football. That's why I played football, because, get some of that anger out. But you taught to be gritty, mean, and everything. But when you're done playing football, you got to just kind of calm down.
Yeah.
And I think a lot of times that mess with these people because their identity, especially when you played that long, your identity is but then you get in the real world, it's not that.
Right.
Absolutely.
And they don't know where they fit in.
Bingo.
Absolutely. So, transitioning into your college days, what was that like, right? So, I mean, coming in as a freshman, I think you know what.
Fred's type.
No,
Reggie's.
but I'm trying to think of.
Oh, my bad.
If I'm correct, you were. Why am I drawing a blank on his name? The running back who got in some trouble.
Oh,
Why
Cecil
Oh,
Collins.
Cecil. So you were with, or was he
So
before
I'm
you?
older than Cecil. I'm
Oh,
a
you're
little
older.
Yeah.
Okay.
I think maybe 2 years, maybe 1 or 2 years. Which
Okay.
I'm so happy I am. Because I don't know if y'all see my interviews. In my eyes, he's one of the best running backs
Yes,
I've ever seen
yeah.
play. We had a year to watch him practice against our defense.
Absolutely.
Where he was ineligible, and every day he tore our defense's ass
Cecil
up.
the Diesel.
And we had opportunity to see it. I'm like, he's a combination of Earl Campbell, Walter Payton, all of them. He just was that guy.
Absolutely.
Oh, my
That's some
God.
good company right there.
Yes.
I'm named after him.
Okay.
My middle name's Cecil.
Okay.
I'm lying. I just wanted to sound cool. I mean,
In your-
my middle name really is Cecil.
But in your dad's middle name,
Yeah,
Cecil.
that's my dad.
Okay,
You better
okay.
than him, Dad. Go, Dad.
So, was there any personal adversity in the college years that you faced that kind of had the
Always.
Absolutely.
Always. You going to college. I got a kid. Matter of
And
fact,
you had a
I got
kid.
2 kids. After my sophomore year, my son was born. Well, right before my sophomore year, my son was born. So I have 2 kids in college. But the crazy part, that kind of held me down a little bit. That kind of slowed me down a little bit. Because I was just like any other kid.
Absolutely.
I was going in.
that A gap wasn't the only hole he was
Right.
in. Huh?
Man, and look, that's the beautiful thing. We made reference to it, but like to recognize, like even in today's age, like even with the millions getting thrown in NIL, college athletes, to us they're like college athletes, but in real life they're just humans.
They're kids.
They're just kids.
They're kids with money. They come out of
Well,
nowhere.
these days, their kid with money.
Yeah.
Back then, we just had a little chump change. They got money right now.
Absolutely.
They got money they playing with.
Yeah.
And so, like, to recognize, like, you're still going through, the things, like, you got 2 kids, so I can only imagine, like, you and their mom, y'all got an argument one day, maybe, not just as a kid.
Yeah, I was the
right?
reason. I was probably the reason for the argument.
Yeah, I mean, most of the time, I know I was. 90%.
Look, I'm still the problem with the arguments right now, even at my old age. So you got 2 kids right now in college. You playing football. You still got the mentality you got to help mind them back at home. Where is your mental health at right now? Like, how are you functioning?
Ball.
Just
As long as I'm balling, I'm good.
okay.
As long as ball there and ball is going good, I am good. But soon as something may happen as far as like, damn, we taking ball away from you, that would have been
Detrimental.
yes. That would have made me lose it.
Yeah.
And I'm not 100%. Did you ever have a year where, like, an ACL or anything that took you out for the whole year?
No, but that junior year, I think it was, I pulled my hamstring the first game of the season, and Cecil came in. And I'm watching the second game of the season while he running for about 500 yards against Auburn. And I'm sitting out at my mom's house like, well, look like I'm number 2 on this depth chart come tomorrow.
And that hamstring and then to play with,
Oh,
that thing will
what?
nag you all year.
Yes. So I probably missed 2 or 3 games.
Absolutely.
And came back the Vanderbilt game, I think, or a game before the Vanderbilt game. And just so happened, it's crazy how God is. You don't want to question him, but you also want to be like, why? Well, the Vanderbilt game, Cecil broke his leg.
Thank God. That's what you were saying.
Nah.
Oh, all right, my bad.
Nah, bro, I wouldn't say that. Nah. Because what nobody really knows is that we were really close.
Absolutely.
Okay.
Like you say, I was a person that kind of, say, dog, come see.
Took it
What you
back, yeah.
doing, bro? That ain't going to make it here. And he could tell you. Try to tell him a few times. Like, summertimes, I never stayed in Baton Rouge. Everybody stayed and worked out in Baton Rouge. I went back home.
Yeah.
I went to work. I went back home.
Like a job work?
Just say I went to work. I had a job.
I got you.
I went to work. But I worked out on my own.
Yeah.
I worked out at my high school, and they couldn't believe it. But Coach Nato said, as long as you come back in shape,
We're
you
good.
can do it.
Yeah.
Came back in shape. Came back there like halfway point and kind of worked out for him to show him that. So I work out at home. I know what I have to do.
Absolutely.
It was never a problem in my life for me to do something that nobody else is doing.
Yeah.
To me, if nobody else is doing it, I want to be doing that.
Absolutely.
Because that means that either it's too tough for them or they just can't figure it out.
Yeah.
I had this poster when I was in high school, and I put it on my roof, and it said, "Wake up and train while your competition is sleeping." I didn't do it all the time. I snoozed a little bit, but okay. So I got a question that fast forward and stuff. Of course, as an adult, there's a different mindset, but where did you find more impact? I know you've had your coaching and done coaching. But did you find you did more impact as a mentor, as a teammate, or as a coach? And which one do you kind of enjoy?
At this point right now, I enjoy both because it was different. Because as a teammate, the guy that you're mentoring or you're talking to is pretty much relevant to you and what you're doing. Yes. Yeah. As a coach, that kid is younger than you.
Absolutely.
You're hoping that he's hearing you and storing it. You didn't hear me say listening, right? He's hearing you and storing it. You're hoping that. But for that kid aspect, you're going to see that later on.
Absolutely.
For your peer, you can see that every day in how he performs in front of you.
Awesome. So kind of diving into, our forte and just, we've had the pleasure of interviewing a couple of different athletes. What was, as an athlete, the culture around substance abuse?
Very strictly enforced in the NFL.
Okay.
And why I say that was because I smoked when I was in the NFL.
Okay.
Didn't do it when I was in college for some odd reason. I was scared as hell. I did not want to get caught that I was going, I didn't. It was like, nah, forget this. Now, when I knew they weren't testing, I probably smoked maybe one or two, but other than that, I never really smoked periodically throughout the course.
Right.
But the NFL definitely. But at the same time, guys were guys.
Absolutely.
The NFL knew what guys were doing. There's only a certain amount of tests that you can give. Just like anything else in life, they're going to figure it out.
Yeah,
absolutely.
Yeah.
They're going to figure it out.
So real quick, for somebody like me that's always curious, and for the millions of people watching this right now, I'm manifesting.
Speaking
into
existence, babe.
What goes into a day prep, a mental day's prep for an NFL game? Like you, Kevin Faulk, New England Patriots, Tom Brady, your quarterback. What is a day like for you mentally?
They're different. Compared from the off season to the regular season, what you doing? I'm all right. Mondays during the season, the day after the game, just play the game. We come in, we watch film. Come in about 12, 1 o'clock. We watch film till probably about 3:30, 4 o'clock. Break it up into individual drills, and we out there by like 5. Tuesdays, our day off. A lot of guys go in on a day off. I was definitely one of them that went on the day off. Studied, did little stuff to help my body. Wednesdays was our tough practice. Full pads, we getting it, grinding. Thursday was tried to scale it back, but it all depended on, like Bill was different. It all depended on what type of team he thought he had.
Yeah.
There was some years that we practiced in full pads the whole goddamn year. Some years he just knew he had a team that
was disciplined.
Yes. Thursdays, like I said, we kind of changed it down a little bit. Fridays, we was just in helmets, and we had like a little prep, like a little hour and 30-minute practice. Saturdays was our walkthrough. Then we played the game Sunday, and then you just repeat. Off season was different because you worked out on Mondays and Tuesdays. Your day off was Wednesdays, and then Thursdays and Fridays you working out. And then a lot of guys getting out of there on Friday. They trying to work out at 6 o'clock in the morning, and they leaving to go wherever they from or go on vacation, whatever on Friday, Saturday.
So how you feel now with NFL players getting paid the whole year instead of just during the season?
It's not like they didn't break it up. They still getting paid the same amount of money. It's not like they didn't break it up.
Yeah.
During the season, they just gave us more money.
Yeah.
They just gave us more money.
Yeah,
it was up to you to keep up with your money.
It was your job to be
I bet
responsible.
them zeros hit different. Because I know how I feel when an income tax check hit the bank account. But I be like, boy.
You want a story?
Yes, we love
Very
stories.
first one. Very first NFL check. Now, I got about 6 of my homies staying with me. One of my cousins and 5 of my friends. We chilling in a 2-bedroom pub. That first check come in, that thing say about 30 racks. I was like,
That was the signing bonus. Oh, that was just your game check.
That was game check.
30.
See, I didn't even get a chance to see the signing bonus because the agent was like, "Oh, nah, you putting that in the deposit. We depositing that right now."
Yeah.
But I got my check in hand.
Yeah.
Fellas, I ready to hit the mall, baby.
I'm telling you, 30 racks back then, that's like 300,000
Right now
these
it's nickels.
days.
Right now it's nickels.
Yeah, but back then, boy, 30K.
So, as you obviously, kind of trying to dive in and make sure we get the full story. So, what was, because for me, I'm gonna speak for me, and like I said, I never made it to the level that you made it to. My junior year of high school, I had a knee injury. I was the number 1 seeded wrestler in the state, and I blew out my knee. And so my senior year, based off of my own decisions, I could have came back, but my senior year, based off my own decisions, I fell into the substances and started using and going away. And a lot of it to me was because like that identity of an athlete was taken away. And so for you, that was retirement. So what was that moment like when you retired and, kind of that ID that who I am is a NFL running back, what is that like for you, that transition part?
It was like you thought, what the hell am I going to do now? I'm going to get you through the process. Still want to play. Beginning of the season, called Bill because I tore my ACL 2 years before prior. Still on the team, and then I came back. He signed me for 1 year, but I never really played.
Yeah.
So, like, Coach, they always say a year and a half after you tear the ACLs when you come back to your form.
Unless you Adrian Peterson.
Yeah. I don't know what goat he went get it. What goat he went get it from. But I'm just playing, man. But anyway, it was like, Coach, man, I think I can give it one more shot. He's like, look, Kev, got some young guys right now that I want to see in camp, and I want to give them reps in camp. Whenever camp is done, see what they look like. If not, if they're so, I can bring you back in and everything. I stayed 5 minutes from the stadium, so every preseason game that they had at home, I could hear it.
Wow. Is that Stephen Ridley at this time running? Is he one of the young guys you wanted to see?
Yes.
Yeah.
So it's like, damn, wow, okay.
Good pull.
Cool.
Good pull.
So, but Red my boy now. Red my boy, yes.
He was fun to watch too.
Yeah.
So, preseason over with. And my wife is like, no, you're not going over there. I said, hell yeah, I'm going. I am going over there. I'm going to sit down with Bill. She was like, you are nuts. I'm like, all you can tell me is no. I can take a no.
Yeah,
I took no before in my life. So I'm like, what's up, Coach? He said, what's up, Kevin Faulk? How you doing? I said, I'm good, Coach, man. He said, how you doing? I said, oh, Coach, I'm not doing well at all, Coach. I got to be around ball or something. I said, what you think about, how you feel about the guys? Yeah, he was like, I'm just speaking, Kev. I like a lot of the guys who got the running back right now. And he playing. He was honest with me. He's like, if you want to wait throughout the course of the season, you never know what can happen. I could call, and I looked at Bill. I said, Coach, I am not going to do that. I'm not going to drive my family through the mud, me being miserable the whole season, waiting for you to call me, just in case I might be able to play again. I say, you know what? Thank you. You just made my decision for me. He's like, what you mean? I said, I'm going to retire, Coach. I said, I don't want to play for nobody else. Why? Been here 13 years. Why would I want to? I'm not trying to chase no money.
Nah,
I just want to show myself I can play the game again.
Man, that was a tough way to walk out because you felt like you still had something left in the tank and you didn't get to show that. So do you live with that regret not knowing you still had something in the tank?
No, I'm good. It went away.
but you did for a little while.
Yeah, for a little while. But,
yeah.
When I started coaching.
That's what I was about to ask. How quickly did you transition into coaching?
All right, retired. I went into TV and radio in New England.
Okay.
Did that for a little while and hated it. Because, in TV, they really want you to be negative.
Yeah.
they want you to be negative. What's going on in the locker room, positive? And I'm just getting out of the locker room.
You still got that player mentality. Like, I ain't finna tell
Bingo.
my brothers.
Bingo.
Yeah.
It's a family.
I know some of these kids.
Yeah.
No, we're not doing that.
Yeah.
So after the season, they were like, well, you know what, Kev, we might call you back. I said, don't worry about it. Y'all got to call me back. I'm good. So January came, and I get a call from a kid that I know his parents. And he's like, hey, Coach, how you doing? Man, Coach such and such leaving Carrico High. We want to know if you want to come coach the high school team. Saying to myself, oh, this is a dream. I always wanted to coach my high school football team.
Yes.
It's like, man, let me call y'all back. My wife was sitting down right there. She's like, hey, what you think, man? She's like, you always wanted to coach. She's back home. What you think? Like, well, my daughter was about to be a senior in high school, and my son was about to be a junior. And I'm like, ooh, I do not want to take them away from their friends.
Because they grew up.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They grew up back. They grew up here too now, but they had a lot of years up there.
Yeah.
So I left it up to my oldest daughter. Like, hey, Nation, what you think about moving back home? They want Dad to go coach at the high school team. She was like, it's back home. And that's all I needed to hear.
All you needed.
And my wife was like, oh, I guess we're going back home. Now, my wife would have rather stayed up there.
I was just about to ask, was it an option to leave them and then you come down here and coach?
Well, I did leave for about 6 months.
Okay.
They stayed in New England for 6 months. I let my kid finish out school and everything, and then they came back.
Okay.
And what year was that?
13?
13. Okay.
13.
And so, as you're going through that, being able to coach the kids and develop kids that you see yourself in, how does that internally feel? I could, I've had the privilege of going back to my high school and speaking and doing speaking, but it was just little one-offs,
Yeah.
doing some speaking engagements.
Exactly what I dreamed it to be. My dream was always to be a high school football coach. When I graduated high school, I knew I was going to coach, just for the simple fact of how my middle school coach, how my coaches made me feel.
Yeah,
I
absolutely.
wanted that feel. I wanted to make a kid feel good and him feel the same way about me that I felt about my coaches growing up. I knew I was going to coach. It was just a matter of when.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Growing, though, I grew a whole lot in coaching because I still had that player mentality as far as what you got to have a coach's mentality, especially if you call in plays.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
You can have that player mentality if you just a position coach, but if you call in plays, you can't have that I'm going to go get nine because you call in plays for this team now.
Yeah, it's the whole. You got to see the bigger picture.
Yes.
So, to drift back into kind of the subject of adversity, when do you feel like that next so obviously the retirement, when do you feel like the next kind of gut punch was as far as adversity hitting your life where you're like, I got to run through?
Oh, when I had to leave my high school football team to come to LSU. That was, I'm not going to say it was adversity, but it was one of them ooh.
It's tough.
Tears shed because build relationships with the kids. And the kids that I coached, I went to school with their parents, so it was.
Yeah.
It was that family that you talked about being grounded in.
And I had a lot of families.
Yeah.
Everywhere I went, it's kind of was a family. That's just how we treated, and because that's what kept us moving.
We just say the same way. Me and Ronnie talk about it all day. We're not friends. That's that's my brother.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Right.
I'm a huge. You can't tell from me, but I come from an Italian family, and so my earliest memories are going to my grandmother's house and all the aunts and all the uncles and all the cousins at my
Letting
grandma's.
it all out now. He got some little Italian in him.
Yeah.
And so
I don't even like pizza. It's
I
crazy.
love pizza. Don't you play with me? Don't you play?
Yeah, you about to get that boy taken out at home when he get home. What?
Look, I don't eat no
What
ragu.
secret you hiding?
I don't need no ragu spaghetti sauce. It better be cooked from scratch.
Okay.
Don't
okay.
bring me no jar shit.
That's what I'm talking about. Yes.
So you leave Karen Crow and go to LSU and of course, I couldn't even imagine you're having to juggle between coaching at both your alma maters.
Probably one of the best decisions I made was just one of the toughest at that time was to leave, but I'd say it was one of the best because it helped me grow as a coach. because that first role wasn't a coach. I was director of player development, and I had an aspect of being with the kids a lot more than just a coach.
Yeah.
I'm going to classes with the kids. I'm going to tutoring, meetings that they may have. We went to concerts with the kids. It was like one of those things that you really got to know the kid.
And I think people don't pay enough attention to that when they like see like, okay, you know, your school that you follow is hiring this coach or this coach. It's really not that coach. You know, the big name coaches that are on the day to day. Like they have interactions with the kids,
Right.
but it's the support staff or the administration staff that's really creating those relationships and influencing with those kids.
Oh,
if I'm correct,
oh,
you know,
definitely.
that's how I foresee it happening.
Definitely. We've had a lot of encounters with a lot of players, but you know, we deal with the coaches first. You know, let them know what's going on,
Absolutely.
and then from there, coaches let you know, hey, look, I got time for it, or I don't have time for it, because you know some coaches are busy.
Absolutely.
Recruiting is a tough battle these days.
Yep. And what year was this you went to LSU? I'm sorry, man.
2018.
18, okay.
I was
18.
player development from 18 to 19, and then I got the running back job in 20 whenever T-Rob left.
So you got breaking news that you coming back? Running back? Kid Lane Train. What up, Lane?
Well, Lane's smart. Lane know he ain't really got to hire me because I already work for the athletic director.
So you hands-on with Harlem Berry and them? And
Not yet. I
breaking
see.
news, I told you.
See, the crazy thing is been trying ever since Frank was there, trying to get together with the running backs and just go through some stuff that I know. And we had an agreement, but it just never triculated.
Absolutely.
And it was one of them things. Like me and Caden Durham talk a lot now. It's like my fault. He was like, "Nah, coach, it was my fault that it didn't happen." But we actually got one session in this past couple of weeks ago. And I think we had a good time, and I think it's going to start to happen.
Shout out Caden, man. I'm glad he stayed, bro.
Yes, me too.
Glad he
Good
stayed.
person. Good, really good kid.
He seems like a great, and like
I mean, we would have took him at Florida State now. Don't get it twisted. But I live here.
You allow him to
we talk shit out. Look,
I know, I'm
you
just
should have
messing around.
seen when. So what was it? BK's first 2 years when LSU played
Yes.
Florida State.
And we won both years in a row. And I don't know if you was watching.
I was at both games.
Me too. Well, I wasn't at the Tallahassee one. I was at the one in New Orleans when we blocked the field goal. You remember that one? That was crazy.
We blocked the field goal.
Us blocked y'all extra point. We won 2019. Then that year after that, bruh, I don't know what happened that year.
I just remember
That
that.
was the third year BK was here.
Was it his third?
No.
I think it might have been his first 2 years here, or it might have been second, third. I can't remember.
Yeah, so I know it was. So it was. I think it was Florida State.
Now it's Clemson.
No,
So
no, it was his third because we played UCLA. No, UCLA
Nah,
was
that
with.
was old last one.
Yeah, so it was Florida State, USC, Clemson
Mm.
was our opening games because we had lost.
that second one, bro.
Mind your
told
business.
me.
Anyway, back to.
Oh, yeah,
Ain't
go
nobody
ahead,
worried
go ahead,
about
go ahead, my
Florida
bad.
State.
Yeah, we just let him get his little glory,
Yeah.
little 30 seconds and stuff.
When was the last time y'all won anything?
Man, here we go with that.
I couldn't remember.
Who's the coach now?
Mike Norvell?
You don't even know, right?
Oh, Mike Novell. I thought you was asking him.
Oh, okay. I just
Yeah, Mike Novell.
you had to think
Now,
about
what
that.
players we got that you should have asked me that. You would have had me there. Our whole team
So-
transferred.
To kind of get
Everybody too.
your opinion on this, what do you feel? And you don't have to go completely off board, but like, what do you feel as far as like the actual mental health of a player when it comes to, because we've seen so much growth in like actually understanding the mental health of an athlete with the NIL and all the money and these kids being 17, 18 years old coming out of high school and having more money than probably, like, how do you feel like the environment is changing, and what do you think are some things that can change to make sure that we're, protecting our youth and letting them grow and evolve?
We need to monitor them more.
Yeah.
If you just think about us growing up, somebody asks, "How you doing?" We easily gonna say, "I'm fine."
I'm good.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Lying.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
You're lying. Like it's me and my wife was talking last night, and she told my aunt, she was with my aunt yesterday for about 5 or 6 hours, and my aunt was like, "I just love your energy. I just love your smile that you have. But I know behind that smile, there's hurt. There's, anger. Same thing. We hide it.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
They're going to hide it. They are going to hide it. So we have to keep pressing and keep asking and keep paying attention to little things that they may do that may be off. That's something you never seen from them before.
Yeah.
And that give you that clue of, hey man, let's sit down and talk. Because it's going to come to a pass where we're going to have to sit down and talk.
Yep.
Absolutely.
Because this is really still fairly new. They're still fairly trying to figure it out. They're still taking stuff away, adding stuff.
Yep.
I don't think it's going nowhere.
No, it's not
I
going
think
nowhere.
they're just trying to figure out how to make it work better.
Absolutely.
And not to make it about color, but I talk about this with Mike all the time, especially with the black athletes, because we come from a culture where we conditioned to not speak on how we feel. We keep it in-house. So now you throwing money at them, give them another mask and tool to hide it, and it's just generational trauma just passed down and passed down.
Yeah,
Just going.
Yeah.
Just going, trust me. That's still another addiction.
Yep.
That's another addiction.
So, in your professional life and personal life, we've always seen that addiction touches damn near pretty much everybody.
Yeah, for sure.
Have there been any indirect or direct battles for addiction for you?
I think we all have addiction as a man. We got wandering eyes.
Like porn.
Yeah. Nah.
Well, you was an NFL athlete. I could only fantasize about it. You actually could have not wifey. His wifey. I'm with all due respect.
Don't worry about it. She already knew.
Yeah, before regular.
She know who I am now.
For a regular man, my pulling up to a 5-star hotel to play the Jacksonville Jaguars was porn.
I get it. I just never really entertained me.
Yeah.
But like we said, we all have something that we have.
Yeah, absolutely. And you've made reference to it, like, to your obviously a connection to God or a belief in God. How do you think that's helped you as a man grow into the person you are today?
That's the number one reason why I am the person I am today.
Absolutely.
Is God.
Absolutely.
I'm not going to say I'm the most religious person in the world. I'm not going to tell you I can read you 100 Bible scriptures.
Yeah.
I know God.
Absolutely. I'm the same way.
Your relationship is your relationship.
When I was younger, that's when it all starts. When I was younger, my mom and dad took me to church every Sunday. It was a consistent thing. Now, as you get older, you wander off.
Right.
You wander off. But what you learn in them younger days, it's going to bring you back. If you really learn, if you really trust, if you really believe, you're going to come back. And then for me, I'm back.
Yeah.
Love it.
The opportunity to grow, that's all. For me in life right now, it's just for me to grow. I don't care nothing else. I want to grow as a man of God.
Amen.
Love it.
And so, forgive me if I'm overstepping, but of course, doing my homework and doing some Googling, you suffered a loss recently. The fact that you're able to just sit here and smile with us and keep pushing, like, where does that tenacity come from? Like, that determination, the strength, like, just to overcome.
Being a better person. It's like I was telling her fiance the other day. It's one thing that you're not gonna have to worry about me going further. You ain't got to worry about me being a bad person. You ain't got to worry about me messing over no one. Because there's a lot of people I need to see again whenever I'm dead and gone.
Absolutely.
So that's how I live my life now. If you like it, cool. If you don't, move on. I'm at peace right now. There was a lot of situations that happened that got me and my wife, and people ask us that question all the time, what you ask, how y'all able to? Our pastor made us realize that we took a trip to Jerusalem in Israel. I forgot when it was. Mr. Kraft he usually take a couple of couples on that retreat. And we walked the path of Jesus. We got baptized in the Jordan River. All of this. For me, that was for a reason. That was for me and my wife's soul. That was for us to be able to walk around like people say right now, how y'all doing it? How are you still doing it? And we talking about my oldest daughter. Our youngest daughter passed away in 21.
Oh, my goodness.
Yeah.
So it's crazy because my wife asked me, I don't see you cry. I don't see you. I say, I know. I said, but I'm a man. And trust me, I do cry. I say, I drive to Baton Rouge a lot by myself.
Yeah.
Trust me. There's scenes. I'm driving. I just picture a scene in just a place or something. Yesterday, it was crazy. Day before yesterday, it was crazy because in my head, I'm playing back the whole phone conversation with my granddaughter and my wife, my granddaughter and the EMT people when my daughter passed away. I am watching this back in my head while I'm driving. It's just like tears just falling down in my head. But that's what's helping me.
Absolutely.
That's what helps me get through it.
That's the way you deal with your grief.
Yes, exactly.
Man, just watching how you carry yourself and
Absolutely.
laughing with us, man, and reliving the glory days, what they call it, that is very commendable.
100%.
And it gives a man, a black man, the motivation that, hey, man, if this man can carry himself like that, then it ain't nothing that the world can do to me. And it gives me the motivation to want to just keep my head up and keep pushing through.
That's why I do it too.
And I think one of the most beautiful things is like I've seen so many people just, in the world that we work in, when they experience a loss like that, I think sometimes it's natural to be like, why God and blame God? And for you to still stand strong and say that I know God has brought me through this for a reason and has me here for a reason, I think is a profound thing to tell people who are struggling, who might be listening to this and maybe lost somebody and or maybe thinking about like, how can I keep going on, or why did God do this to me? For them to see like there's always a reason. And I think you said it perfectly. I want to see those people again.
Yeah.
And so to live my life as a godly man and as a good man and as somebody who wants to create positive impact in people's lives, I think, is commendable. So I applaud you on that, and I appreciate that.
Absolutely. And you got my number now. If you ever need to call and curse somebody out, I will be that. You got me at your full disposal.
He's like the doormat right
now. Be a bill punching bag, man.
So as we kind of wrap up, there's always two questions that I love to ask. And so our first one is, what's our why? So what's your why? As a man who has the means and, could have maybe moved anywhere, as you see, like, especially in the Baton Rouge community, so many people maybe go to LSU and get a degree and then move to Houston or Atlanta or wherever it may be. Why'd you come back to Louisiana when so many people try to leave Louisiana? And what's your why on why you continue to be that positive light for people?
No. First off, I'm a country boy from Carencro, Louisiana. There was no doubt in my mind that I was going to be moving back home. Absolutely. It was just a matter of when.
Yeah. Absolutely.
I just love it was ideal. Like I bought a house that was so ideal, and the way it happened was crazy. Everything we talked about situations and paying attention. When my wife told me that she wanted to move, I just automatically started Googling homes for sale, and just so happened they had one 7 minutes from my mom's house. 7 minutes. We go see the house, and I am like, I want to buy this house. I'm going to get this house. So I call my financial advisor and tell him, hey, man, I want to see a house. I think I want it. He's like, don't show no interest. I'm like,
too late.
Too late. They know I want it. And I get the house, but I don't really stay in the house until like 2012. My mother-in-law and my father-in-law stays in the house, but keep it up for me and everything. So now it's like ideal for me. And one of them things, like it just was there and it's still waiting.
Yeah.
Absolutely. And then the last thing, if somebody's listening and going through, a struggle, maybe a loss or something, or maybe just life got them beat down, what's some words of inspiration you would leave them with?
Trust, believe, and you said it, engage. Just because you trust it and you believe, and you got to engage in all of that.
Yeah.
You got to let it go. You got to let it out. You got to talk about it. Don't keep it hostage.
Absolutely.
It don't matter who you're talking to.
Yeah.
It don't matter who you're talking about. You can talk to a baby, but just get it out.
Yep.
My biggest thing is talking to God. He listening? Talking to your mom or dad. Like my mom and dad gone. My daughter's going. I got a son that's going. Talking to them. Crazy thing is, I can hear them talking back to me.
Absolutely. Well,
That's powerful.
we are super grateful for your time. And unfortunately, Ronnie, we've come to your least favorite part. And this is actually my least favorite part this episode.
Bro.
I wish we could just talk for hours.
We definitely could have did a 2-hour episode.
Yeah, definitely.
Definitely, for sure. Man, we appreciate you from the bottom of our hearts coming and sharing this space with us on Built by the Red Stick and shedding light to your story and being transparent for our viewers and listeners on the platform. We're forever grateful for you.
100%.
And like I said, I mean that. I know, we just recently met, but if you ever needed somebody to talk to, even if it's just the ear, I'm sure Mike feel the same way. Like, or if you need us for anything, like to talk to somebody or,
Right.
you know what I mean? Like we are readily available and always willing to help. So we thank you. And we love what you did for Louisiana. And I'm sure Karen Crow loves you for putting them on the map as well, man. God got you exactly where you're supposed to be, and your future is bright. And I pray that he continue to pour upon you abundance of blessings.
Appreciate y'all,
You and
man.
your family, for sure. And to our lovely viewers and listeners, man, we appreciate y'all so much on this ride with us. This is our 91st episode.
91.
Man, we could not do this without y'all. This is unbelievable. We just two guys from Baker and Baton Rouge, Louisiana, bro, that just really want to help week in and week out. Like I always say, we're real people with real issues that really want to help you find a solution.
Absolutely.
If you or somebody you know, loved one, friend, aunt, uncle, nephew, niece, whatever, struggling with drug or alcohol abuse, mental health struggles, dealing with a loss, just need somebody to talk to, please, 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 please reach out to us. You can find me at Ronnie LeDuff on Facebook. You can find him at Michael Axelrod Oakley on Facebook. We Built by the Red Stick on every platform from IG to TikTok to Facebook, YouTube. I said Instagram already. Instagram, you can email us at builtbytheredstick@gmail.com. You can even visit the website and leave a message at builtbytheredstick.com. We love y'all. We see y'all. We could not do this without y'all. Allow us to love y'all until y'all can learn to love yourselves. Till then, we'll be back at the same time, at the same place, with the same producer. Built by the Red Stick, built by adversity, led by courage.
We love y'all.